Antique shops are creepy, old stuff everywhere, but this shop, different. It called to me. It felt like stepping into another world, a place where time stood still and secrets whispered from every corner. The fog swirled outside like the shop was breathing. It was as if the mist itself was alive, wrapping around the building like a protective shroud. Inside, dust hung heavy in the air. Each particle seemed to carry a story, a fragment of the past, waiting to be uncovered. A man with eyes like old coins watched me. He didn't smile, his gaze was intense, almost as if he could see right through me, reading my thoughts and intentions. "Looking for something, little bird?" His words were both inviting and unsettling, like a riddle I was meant to solve. His voice was a dry whisper. It carried the weight of countless years, filled with secrets and promises. My fingers brushed against a velvet box. The fabric was worn, yet it held a certain elegance, a hint of mystery. It was heavier than it looked. The weight seemed to anchor me to the spot, compelling me to open it. Inside, a silver pendant gleamed, a single ruby, like a blood droplet. It was mesmerizing, almost hypnotic in its beauty. I had to have it. The desire was overwhelming, an inexplicable need to possess this piece of history. How much? My voice shook a little. The anticipation was almost unbearable. The old man chuckled, a sound like rustling leaves. It was a laugh that seemed to come from deep within the earth. "It's free to whoever needs it." I frowned. "Free? Nothing in life is free. There's always a price," I muttered. My mind raced with possibilities, each more unsettling than the last. He leaned closer, his eyes boring into mine. "3 wishes, little bird. Choose wisely." His words echoed in my mind, a tantalizing promise and a dire warning. I left the shop, pendant clutched tight. Stupid, right? But something inside me knew this was just the beginning. But I couldn't forget his words. 3 wishes. They lingered in my mind, a constant reminder of the choice I had to make. What did I have to lose? The possibilities were endless, and the risks, well, they were part of the adventure. My career was going nowhere until now. "I wish for success," I whispered, holding the pendant. The ruby pulsed warm. The next morning, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. Job offers, promotions, my name in lights. It was everything I ever wanted. But success was a cruel mistress. The higher I climbed, the lonelier it got. I worked late, ate alone, my apartment filled with echoes. The city lights outside my window felt cold. Was this what I wished for? Loneliness is a heavy cloak, one that wraps around you, making every step feel like a burden. I wanted someone to share it all with, someone to turn the solitude into companionship, the silence into laughter. "I wish for love," I whispered to the pendant. The ruby flared as if it understood the depth of my longing. He was everything I'd ever dreamed of, a perfect vision of what love should be. Handsome, charming. He swept me off my feet with his words and gestures. For a while I was happy, truly happy, basking in the warmth of his affection. But his love, it suffocated me like a vine wrapping tighter and tighter. Jealousy, possessiveness. He couldn't stand to see me breathe without him, his eyes always watching. He tried to control me, to isolate me from my friends, making me feel more alone than ever. My success meant nothing if I was a prisoner in a gilded cage, trapped by the very love I had wished for. 2 wishes, 2 terrible mistakes. They say be careful what you wish for, but I never truly understood the weight of those words until it was too late. I clutched the pendant, my reflection staring back at me, haunted. The memories of my first wish still fresh, a wish that had brought nothing but sorrow. "I wish to go back," I sobbed. "Undo it all." The desperation in my voice echoed through the empty park, a plea to reverse the irreversible. The pendant burned, the ruby turning white-hot, then silence, a deafening silence that seemed to stretch on forever. It crumbled to dust in my hand, the last remnants of my hope disintegrating before my eyes. My life was back to normal, the same cramped apartment, the same dead-end job. But it was different. I was different. The weight of my choices hung heavy on my shoulders, haunted by the memories of what I'd lost, and the terrible price of wishes. The sunset seemed dimmer, the nights longer, and the terrible price of wishes. Each step I took felt like a reminder of my folly. The old man in the shop was right. His warning had been clear, yet I had ignored it. Some things are better left untouched. Some paths are better left untraveled. Some prices are too high to pay. And now I live with the consequences of my wishes, forever changed.